Hey there, English students. In this video, we're going to look at a simple phrase, you play soccer, and by popular demand, common question for many English students, how do we put this into the simple past and make interrogative and negative sentences? So that's what we're going to do here. The basic phrase we're going to start off with is, you play soccer. You is a pronoun, the second person singular, because if I'm speaking, then I'm the first person, all right? And I'm speaking to you, so you're the second person. And if we're talking about someone else, they are the third person, he or she. So when we talk about first, second, third person, we're referring to the person speaking, the person being spoken to, and the person being spoken about, okay? So here is the pronoun you, and the verb play, to play, which means to actively participate in a sport or game or activity. And the sport we're referring to here is soccer. Soccer is a very popular sport here in Brazil. We have a gazillion soccer teams. Palmeiras, Grêmio, Flamengo, Corinthians, Vasco, and a whole bunch more that I've never even heard of, even after living here many, many years. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, David, why do you call it soccer and not football if you kick it with your feet? And you're right. But in the United States of America, football is a different game that people run around carrying in their hands, so I have no idea why it's called football, but that's just what everybody calls it. So, guess we gotta live with it, all right? So here we go. We have the phrase, you play soccer. How do we throw it into the simple past? To play is a regular verb, right? So what do? Good. We add ed, right? Played, played, played. It's not played, like some people say, I've heard before, played. It's not. It's not two syllables, it's one. It's played, right? Play with a d sound at the end. Played. You played soccer. You played soccer. Now, if we're going to throw this into the interrogative, all right, we're going to use did. And I don't have time to go into all of this right now. If you want more information, you can go to the EXL English VIP Club, because we have lots of lessons and mini stories where in every one we go into the use of the interrogative and the negative in the different tenses. Okay, so we're going to keep this video simple, try to keep it short, but we use did, okay? And when we use did, we don't need the ed here because did represents the same thing as the ed. So we can say, you did play soccer. Same sentence, same tense. We're using the verb to do in the past, did, so we know that this verb to play is in the past. This is an auxiliary verb, all right? So you played soccer and you did play soccer is the same thing, a simple affirmative sentence. Now, this is important because when we want to throw this in the interrogative, we put did before the pronoun. So now we say, did you play soccer? And it becomes a question. Does that make sense? That's why it's important to understand the use of this auxiliary verb. Did you play soccer? If we say it really fast, the D and the Y kind of join together. Did you play soccer? Did you play soccer? So depending on how fast the person says it, it might sound like one word. Did ya? Ja. Did you play soccer? So when you're listening to native speakers, this is why often it's difficult to hear the words, pick them out, because they swallow the words. Like my students tell me, teacher, they swallow the words. It's not that they swallow the words, it's just that they're spoken so fast they're kind of joined together. So that's what happens. Did you play soccer? Interrogative sentence. Now if we want to make it negative, we can simply, right, put the did back where it belongs. You did play soccer, back to an affirmative sentence, and then we simply add not after the did. So before I said, you play soccer, or you did play soccer, right? Affirmative. Did meaning that it's in the past. Could have been 5 minutes ago, 2 days ago, a week ago, but it's in the past. So I'm affirming it. It's an affirmative sentence. If I add the not, it becomes negative. That's it. You did not play soccer. And I'm saying, no, you did not play soccer. So that's the very basic structure of an English sentence. The subject, the verb, the direct object there, and then throwing that into using did to make it interrogative or not to make it negative. And you can take that and do that with almost any sentence. So your homework is to make 2 or 3 sentences, simple sentences, throw them in the past using the regular tense there with ed and with did, and then make it interrogative and negative. So that way I can analyze your sentences, see where you're having trouble, common mistakes that you're making, and we can create more videos to help you out, okay? In future videos, we'll talk about the difference in pronunciation of the ed. There's 3 different pronunciations. And we'll also cover irregular verbs. So those of you who love irregular verbs, don't worry. We've got some great videos coming up for you, okay? So, meantime, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you think, your feedback, what you'd like us to talk about in future videos. If you have specific verbs you have questions about, let us know, because my goal is to help you become an English maven so that you can speak with the world. That's my goal. That's why I'm here every day recording these videos for you. So I hope to see you soon in the upcoming videos. If you want more information, remember about the use of the negative and interrogative affirmative sentences and how to do that in different tenses, like with the simple tenses, the progressive tenses, the perfect tenses, and then the perfect continuous tenses, which kind of get really complicated. Remember, you can get more at the EXL English VIP Club, and you can also help sponsor these videos at our Patreon page, patreon.com/EXL information. So we really appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. See you soon, and bye-bye.